Hello my friends, John LaRuffa here with another straight up solo, and in this episode we're going to do a solo playthrough of Findorff. I'll play it solo and you'll get the full experience. You'll see kind of how I'm doing and, just the whole flow. So, alright, let's go ahead and get started. Okay folks, and as usual, if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can keep building up my fan base, and if you have, thanks so much, I appreciate it. So this board configuration is how we start. The solo game gives you 25 turns maximum to basically finish and try to get at least 700 points. So each of the buildings are worth 50 points in here. So that's you have to get a lot of points that way, but you also are going to get a lot of points from the other conditions, like allowing the bureaucracy rails to be built with your houses and workers. That gives you 10 points per rail that way. You get points for selling your peat at the end of the game, depending on where the market is. So that could be a big one. There's ways to get a little bit of points from brick for each remaining dollar. By the way, I'm using some wooden coins I have from a different game here just to spruce it up a bit. You get 1 point. And then for, let's see, that's pretty much the whole deal. Raise structures, 10 points for each rail in your warehouse if you have rails left. All right, so I have kind of taken a look and gotten a rough plan together to start. So without further ado, we'll get moving here. And we start with 16 talers. And the first thing I think I want to do is get a relatively cheap building that will allow me to get some income. And then the next after that I'm going to build is this one to start to get the houses out there. So you can see I start with a couple of things, but not a whole lot. So on this bottom, I like to get at least a little more flexibility and spend some money on these things right here. So the first buy action I'm going to do is to get more buy actions. So I'm going to spend $3. And I'm going to do this just for ease sake. When I spend the money, put it right out here. So I just spent 4, so let's go ahead and get 1 back. And I'm going to pick up this to do more purchase actions next time. I did print off this little helpful thing here, which is really one. I wish they put it on here, because if they had, it would have just made it even easier. But it tells you exactly in, small print what these actions do, and it's not like it's hard. You remember these things pretty quickly, but sometimes it's just a little bit confusing, so I like that. So I purchased the action tile, and that's pretty much all I can do. So he's going to go ahead and build 1. He being the town is going to build 1. So now I'm going to, I think, get some more people. So that means 1 additional person. Go ahead and do this. And then produce. I do want to get some money together if at all possible. So, but I'm going to skip that for now because it's not all that important. I don't want to blow a turn on it. So I'm going to sell these instead. And what I'll do is sell peat to the market. So that'll be 11 right there. 10, 11. That'll give me some money to work with. All right, and then we go into the first bureaucracy where we heat homes, but there are no homes to heat. For each of the pairs of workers, I would get put out some rails, place all workers from your available production out there. One of them dies, so he's going to die, and then gain some income from any structures. All right, so that happens. I lost my 1 guy, but that's okay. We're going to then do the 2 purchase actions, and the first thing I want to do is find a way to make rails. So I've got 2 actions now. I need to make rails and make brick. So we're going to go ahead and spend a combination of 3 for both of these to get 1 rail factory and 1 brick factory. Trying to lean in there without bumping the camera. All right, so we did that. It's going to go ahead and do this. Then we're going to get some more people. You can see this game kind of goes pretty darn fast. Now we're going to work. So we'll work 1 rail and 1 brick. Get the rail and the brick, put them in my warehouse. 2 out of here. All right, then we're going to do the sell action. No, actually, that's not what we're going to do. We're going to skip the sell action. We're going to go right to the bureaucracy again. No homes. No construction from a standpoint of homes and people. Time passes, so one of these guys is going to die. And then optional stuff. We're going to go back here so I can finally purchase my first building. So the one I'm going to build first, I think, is just a simple one right here that gives me a little bit of income, and it's going to be the forester's house. Okay, so that's going to cost me 12. Get 8 back. And then this goes out on space number 5. And from now on, I will be getting $6 in the income phase. I'll put that right over there to kind of remind me of what we're doing. Oh, and I have to spend this rail, which we put right there. All right, so then the town builds another rail. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna wanna do, and I'll pull this right out of the glare for you, is this guy right here. Oh, and as I do that, I advance this for the potential that I'll get some discounts. The reason I like about this is it builds a lot of houses for you pretty easily. And that's a fun one to have. All right, so then I'm going to get some more, let's see. So I bought that, wait a minute, time out. I bought that, but then I also want to buy the people one, 2, 4, 6, 8, so I can get a little bit more on my people thing. And I already realized I cheated. Shoot. I put 2 people to work when that's not allowed. I only put 1 person to work. I got a little overzealous there, so I'm going to return this brick, which was inconsequential anyway from the previous one. So sorry about that. Got a little overzealous. Now I'll get my 2 people. Okay. Then we're going to put one of them to work. The next house, again, is this guy, so I'm going to need to get the rail. Only one of them to work this time. Okay. And then I'm a little shy on money. Well, very shy on money, as a matter of fact, but there's probably not much I'm going to be able to do about that. I guess I could potentially, well, I'll get a little bit more. It's just going to take me a minute. Okay, so we worked. We got the rail. That's good. So then he puts it out there for 3 of these. Then coming to me here, maybe it would have been better to actually get some brick so I could have placed a house. That would have been a better move. We're going to change that up because then I could place a house. So let's pretend I did that. And now I'll use the sell action to return a brick to the supply to put 1 house out there, wherever, doesn't matter. And that way we can start to get things moving here a little bit better. So then he goes and takes this. We're going to do a bureaucracy. And so now heating for each of your homes, remove 1 peat from the market. So we get to remove this peat first. Then for each pair of workers and houses, I have 1. I get to gain 4 tailors and place 1 rail on the supply. So that's really what I needed to do, is get this income engine going. There's the 4 tailors, and here's the rail now turned 90 degrees, so I'm going to get 1 point for that. And then it takes 2 more of these away, so that's cool. All right, and then somebody dies, time passes, and then if I had optional income, which I do, I get 6 more. So we're going to go ahead and get 5 and 6. And then we'll come back around here. Now, I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So not enough for what I want to do, but that's okay. What I really need to do, probably to change it up, is to get myself a little bit more production capability. So what I'll do there is I will spend 5 to pick up this to produce more. And then I will, let's see, maybe, so that's 6. Probably a good idea would be to do this so I could do a little bit more with the peat if at all possible. This is going to be, yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'll just upgrade this a little bit more. So that'll be 2. Okay. All right. So at least we have a little bit better of a base now. I can afford to skip the, I want to skip that. I'm trying to save some time here. So I'm going to skip that. And we're going to do the following. Let's make a brick. No. Let's just go make the rail. And then let's bring in 2 peat. Because I really need to get some more cash. So brought in the 2 peat. All right. Just going to put that out there. It should have put one out there the previous time. For whatever reason, I always have a hard time remembering that. When I did this, I should have put one out there first. Okay, now sell action. First thing I want to do is sell these 2 to the market. So that's going to be 16 bucks. So we'll go with 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. All right, 16 bucks. That's the first sell action. The second sell action will be probably just not taking it because I don't want to sell the rail for 10. I need that. And I don't have any more peat and I don't have a brick. So we're just going to be done with that. He's going to place here. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the bureaucracy. So heating. So one of those houses takes that away. Then I have a house in work repair. So I'm going to get $4 again. And the house work repair then, and I put this out here for me. Take one more away. And then my optional 6. All right, back up to the top here where I'm buying stuff. This time we've got, oops, dead person. We've got to get the building that I want, which is this guy, building number 11. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. Place this. It immediately comes with a free house right there. And 11 is now going to generate me 1 house every time we get to the income side, which is cool. And I have to spend 18. And the rail. Now, the other thing that we're going to do here is probably purchase another building. And the question is, which is more important? I think the rails are going to be more important. No, I take that back. I want to do a better brick building. So it's going to be 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's the whole load there for this brick building. There. Okay, he places a rail. Now we're definitely going to get some people here, 2 people. Now he's going to start reversing the course on us. We're going to start adding peat to the market, which is just the way it is, unfortunately. And we're definitely going to act here, and we're going to get 2 brick to try to move our houses up. And I think the next building I want to build would be this reed chair factory. Move that up, because that could be helpful. Yeah. I think so. I think the reed chair factory. So that's going to be this guy right here. It's going to help me get a lot of stuff. It's just going to cost a bunch. So I'm going to have to get some rails along with it. So I have 2 production. I'm actually going to get a better rail building first, and I'm going to get some peat with my second. So get those here so I can sell some of it. All right. sell action. Let's sell the peat. So that's 16 bucks. I don't understand why it seems like every time I make a video, I have to have the elephant parade over me with my family. So I apologize for that. Just stomping around upstairs. All right. Okay, so I did that first sale action. The second one, I'm going to want to put down another brick house here because I need to get this up and moving to score some big points. Otherwise, we're going to run out of turns. There'll be a ton of rail capacity not built. Okay, which would be just kind of silly. All right, so it does his deal there. Now we're into bureaucracy as I cross over to the turn. So the first thing we'll do is heating the homes. For each of the homes, we'll remove some peat. So I got 3 out there. So 3 peat come off. Then I have 3 people, so that's 12 bucks, which is nice. Then one of my workers passes away, and then we get the structure income. So that's going to be one of these. And it's also going to be $6 more. 2, 4, 6. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay, so now with the extra money, the first thing I'm going to do is buy an extra one of these to be used starting in the next round. So I can't do it yet. At least I don't think you can. But the other thing I have now, do I have enough to... I said I was going to build that, but I might be telling a little fib there because it might be better off for me to build something else faster, like for instance this tuition, boarding school, what have you, and that's what I'm going to do. So no, what am I doing? I need to buy a better rail producing building for the 11s, so let's do that. So I got a lot of manufacturing capacity now. All right. Oh, and when I did that before, 3, I had, how many did I have out here? 3, so I should have gone 3 out here. 1, 2. Plays so quick, I have to forget some of these simple rules every time. Okay, now we're done with this, so he builds another one. And the game is marching right along. You can see just how fast it goes. The tension from the speed of this game, I think, is one of the best things about playing it solo, because as you do that, you don't have very much time, and you got to score 700 points. It means you got to really get your engine moving in the best way possible. All right, and speaking of that, I think it'll be worth me taking the people because I can couple them up with the houses. So that's going to help me build a bunch more rails and bureaucracy, which I'm okay with. Now, production-wise, we're definitely going to get 2 rails, and we're going to get 2 brick. That way we can have what we need to start really cranking this stuff out. Okay. Not very many turns left. I may have bitten off a little bit too much trying to get these expensive buildings in the beginning, and that may be my downfall. So we're going to have to skip the sale action because it's really not going to be worth it for me. So I'm going to skip that, go right to bureaucracy. So we're going to heat these homes for 4. Then we've got 4 and 4, so that's going to be 16. I get to place a bunch of rails now, 4 rails, which is how I'm going to score a lot of the points, I hope. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this guy puts 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then time passes and one guy dies, and then the optional income is going to be another building and $6 more. 2, 4, 6. So you can see I have plenty of money. Now we're going to build that one I was talking about, which is going to be the Reed Chair Factory. So that's 15 bucks. for our first action. Read Share Factory goes on space 7. Where are you, space 7? There we go. It gives me another one of these, which, again, I think I have to wait till next turn to use. I don't think you can use it right away. But that's going to really help me hopefully make these last turns really count. So that was the first thing. Second thing, definitely going to want to build another building here. Oh, wait. Might not be able to. But if I've got something I can build, yes, I do. All right, so I can build this. So that's 15, 10, 20, 30. All right, so 10, 25. So I could actually build this one here, this garden one, with my 25 bucks, but I saved $5 on it now because it's reduced finally. So 20 bucks. So here we go. That's 20. Here's the brick. And now I get the, whatever that is, blooms plantage, or blums maybe? Blooms? I don't know. All right, that's number 1. Okay, so that was 2 things. I've got $5 left, and I don't think I have anything I really need. The sale action could be nice, maybe, for getting a couple more things out there, but I feel like I might be just trying to take actions I don't need, and that's not good. I wish I had $6, then I could get that, which would be very helpful, but I don't have it. All right, so we're going to just let that go. We're running out of time here for sure. Workers. So, boy, this is going to put me real close to the end here. I may have to skip the workers. Oh, I don't like to, though, because that would help me get even more points. I'm not going to skip the workers. It's just too much. So there's workers, but I could be out of gas. This has not been a great playthrough. I was hoping to build a few more buildings. I don't know why I put it that way. Okay. In order to build, I have no choice but to do this, but unfortunately, I only have 2 of these. I think in retrospect, I should have tried to get one of these, like the pumping station or something to allow me to work more. That would have been more helpful, I believe. And I believe also that when I discarded those, I should have put, when I built that last building, I should have put the rails up here for the reed factory. Instead of just discarding them. Okay, so now I have 2 rails and 2 bricks. Well, I'll be able to have, I think, enough to get 3 more buildings built, but because I have to go right to it. Yeah, I mean, that's the way it's going to go, because he's going to build here. I go right through the administration. So heating homes now, we remove, I've got 5 out there, so 5 of these go away. And then the next thing is I have 5 people and 5 of those, so I will get $20, and I will put out 5 of these rails, which would be helpful. So 5 rails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we put 6 of these out here. So that's 4, 5, and 6. And then 1 worker dies, and I do my income. So that's going to be 16 and 6. That's 22, 10, 22, plus another house. Okay, last turn is going to be to try to build as many buildings as I can. So as cheaply as possible, I could do, let's see, I have 4 buildings out there. I could do this one. This is an 8 and 12. So 1 brick. So this is 22. There we are. 22 in the brick. And then this other one is 12. Did I spend? I did not spend the 12. So 12 in the brick, and then another 12 in the brick. And this is number 20. And I've got $22 left. I have a railroad and I have 4 things. Can I somehow squeak this by? So, if I build the cemetery, I get a $5 discount. And that would only be 13. So I'll do that. So that's 20, so I'll get 7 back. I don't think it's going to be enough, but we'll see what happens. So 7 back, cemetery. And then 1 more building, if I can. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So is that 7 buildings out there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So is anything? Oh yeah. Oh darn. 65. Yes, that's 20. No. So I'm a little shy on the discount, and I'm a little shy on brick, and I'm a little shy on cash. Drat. Yeah, I don't see a way to pull that off any further. So that's going to be it. Is there anything else I could do with my money? Action tile, no. Production tile, yes, at least. No, that's not going to help because I'm not going to do anything there. So that's it. So he builds the last one. Game is over. Okay, so you can see how quick that was. I mean, that really was nothing. Now let's score and see how we did. So get all these out of the way. We're going to use. So basically, we'll just follow the steps here. All right. So for each of the array structures, 50 points. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 350. So we'll use these as victory points. So let's see. 100, 200, 350. So there's 350 for those. Now, for each rail on your warehouse, so I got 2 of those, that's 20. Then for each of these rails I built in bureaucracy, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40. So that's 140. So let's do this. Let's do, yeah, just 140. Okay, 140. And we've scored these, so get those out of there. And then I don't have any brick left. For each Pete in the warehouse, I don't have anything that. Remaining money, and then that's it. So I have this much left. Not going to be a winning score. This is a great game because I have not figured it out yet how to do really well. I mean, I screwed up. I think in the beginning, my I don't know where it choked me out. I think the production didn't help. I didn't have enough production, and that kind of got me a little bit behind the 8 ball. So let's count it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 450. Oh, this is one of my worst games ever. 470, 490, 510, 2, 4, 6, 8, 520. That is definitely my worst score yet in this game. And I think it was just because I just did not get things going. Similarly to an 18xx style game where you have to get the stuff going, the time value of money, the sooner you get the stuff going better, the better on, you know, having that extra flexibility, because I just needed to build. I just needed to build faster. And I think my flaw was trying to get this. And that's okay. It's just, is it really worth the extra things when I could have probably done so with a brick and maybe easier? I don't know. I'm interested to see what you think. Maybe some of you have played this game, and but I just felt like I could have done better for sure. Obviously, I lost. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. I hope this was informative. I hope you enjoyed it. And whatever you decide to play in the future, I hope you have a fantastic time doing it. Take it easy, everybody.